What's going on, all you samurai assassins out there? Phat Samurai Guy is here with...
It's your boy, Franklin Correa, a.k.a. Frank White, BK White Chocolate. Ow! You know how I do.
I just had to let you introduce yourself, my brother. I can't do it justice, you know. I just can't do it justice.
Not cool.
How you doing out there in the East Coast, man?
We'll get it down back. Man, hanging in there, you know, this coronavirus thing, man, pandemic thing is like got everything on lock. So,
yeah,
you know, just trying to survive, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all we can do, man. I'm glad you're doing the best you can out there, and you're doing well. But thanks for joining the podcast and coming on the show. We really appreciate that. And
no, I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And for those that are new and they were just now listening to the podcast, or those who are watching us right now, go ahead and let them know a little bit about yourself. Tell them about yourself.
Well, for those who don't know, my name is Franklin Correa. I'm a martial artist, actor, filmmaker, fight choreographer, jack of all trades, basically. You know, I love what I do, and I also have a strictly no budget independent film group on Facebook. You know, to help other no budget filmmakers and upcoming filmmakers, you know, get their films done, and you know, we all got to help each other get to the top, basically.
That's it, man. And that was one of the reasons why, you know, I wanted to bring you on the show and just shoot the shit with you and talk about movies, because we've come across each other a couple of times on Facebook, and you would post stuff and I would comment and I would post stuff. And it seems like majority of the time we kind of like the same type of genres, horror, martial arts, and sci-fi and whatnot. And that's kind of how we kind of got to know each other a little bit and communicate back and forth. And I was like, all right, this guy Frankie, he like the same shit I like. This guy, he like all the martial arts movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I gotta talk to this guy more, you know. And you're another reason why I wanted to get you on here is because you're very passionate, and your live videos that you post on Facebook, you're very passionate about being a indie filmmaker, and you're very passionate about the medium itself. Making movies, what Hollywood's up to, what they're doing in foreign countries, how they compare action choreography from older films to newer films, and all that stuff. And you're very passionate. And I feel like I wanted to spread the word with this show and let other people know about you and how passionate you are. And we got to represent, man. We got to represent the genres we love. You know what I mean? We got to get it out there, because you know, let's be honest. A Disney Pixar film most likely will make more money on the weekend than your badass action martial arts film. You know how it is.
Yeah, exactly. If we ever get one. But I mean, John Wick, what was that? John Wick 2? No, actually, The Hunt was actually the last one.
Right,
it was actually the last action martial arts horror film or whatever.
And I believe that did well too. I don't think that bombed.
Well, you don't remember they remember at one point they are we allowed to curse on here?
Oh yeah, I curse all the time, man.
All right. Well, when The Hunt was supposed to come out, the motherfuckers and the government fucking pulled it because of you know, they were saying like white collar people were hunting people for sport or whatever. And we had to wait a year for it to come out. So when it did come out, they were going through some shit with Hollywood was going through some shit where they you know, they were gonna stream it. Well, actually, no, it was that Universal. I think they said that they were gonna start streaming it instead of putting it in the theaters. And AMC and Regal theaters got pissed off and was like, "We'll never play your film or whatever." But so it was streaming, but it was you know, I think it did good with the streaming, because I mean, like everybody and their mother watched it that I know. You saw it, right?
Actually, I have it in my queue. I've been meaning. I have not seen it yet, but it's in my queue to watch. I know. But
that movie's bananas, man.
I know. Knowing me though, knowing me, I'm probably just gonna end up buying it on Blu-ray. You know, because I like to support physical media still. You know me, I gotta go get them fat pickups.
Yeah, I mean, It's definitely worth it. I'll tell you that. If I was gonna buy a Blu-ray, I would definitely buy that. And if you don't have upgrade, I would tell you to get upgrade. But you have to have upgrade already.
Oh yeah. We got upgrade. We love that movie.
Let me show you what I just got.
All right, what you got?
Do you know Ian Friel from Action Elite?
Yeah. I'm aware.
So so for my birthday, he knew that I wanted to see this movie for a while, and I could never find it anywhere. And he said, "Hey, bro, I got you a present. What's your address?" So from all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, wherever he's at, he sent me this. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh shit!
Did you see this yet?
Oh yeah, it's kick ass, man.
Oh man, so you got one on me then. So yeah, I haven't seen it yet, man.
It's Mike.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Mike at his finest.
Oh man, I got it mixed up. I thought Beat Takeshi fucking did it, and then they're like, no, they're like Takeshi Mike, and I'm like, I was like, I thought they were the same person all these fucking years, man. They're like, no.
Hey, it's all good, man.
Damn.
I'm horrible with names too. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, Takashi Miike, 13 Assassins, Audition, Ichi the Killer, the Dead or Alive trilogy, which I still need to watch. I heard that's a crazy bonkers gangster trilogy. I heard it's insane. But yeah, he did that. It's entertaining. It's pretty good. Which one?
That's crazy. No, I said I seen all the ones you named except for the last one, the trilogy.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty entertaining. I heard it gets pretty crazy. They get over the top, which is always fun. But yeah, I mean, that was another reason why I wanted you on the show was again going back to you mentioning your Facebook group. What was it? Strictly no budget film? What was it? Filmmaking group?
Yeah, strictly no budget filmmakers group. We've been open for like 4. Yeah, we've been open. I opened it up about 4 months ago, and we're about 1,400 strong already.
Yeah,
I delete a lot of people.
And that's really awesome of you to create something like that, because I accidentally I misunderstood what the group was at first, and I accidentally posted something on there, just showing the love, showing the love of other indie filmmakers. But it was a different type of group. It was a group created so help build the community of indie filmmakers, and they can reach out for help. That was what the group's for. And I think that's awesome, man, that people can go on there and reach out and display their stuff too. Because I saw that on there's some people posting shorts that they made and stuff like that, and reaching out, and the community's building. I mean, look at the followers are insane. And for that to grow that fast. But when I accidentally posted something on there, I removed it. I followed the rules. But when I posted something on there, immediately somebody posted underneath or commented, "Hey, is this movie still coming out? I handle a catering service. I can bring sandwiches to the set. Let me know what you guys need." I was like, whoa. I was just like, this was the response from the indie filmmaking community. That was really fast. That was like 5 minutes after I posted that trailer to that movie. And I was like, wow, this is really awesome, man. Yeah. And I noticed a lot of people probably, has anyone reached out to you for help as well? They're always reaching out, right? Asking you for advice and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got to tell you about what happened the other day. I don't know if you caught the Facebook Live. But I always tell people, like, if you have any problems with people, trolling you or cyberbullying or making fun of you or whatever, and instead of giving criticism or trying to help you out, let me know. Let me know anything. You private inbox me, whatever. And unfortunately, I did not know that there was a person in the group that was a creeper.
Oh shit.
And the thing is that 2 guys, I didn't, and when you're not friends with people, when they send you a message, it gets blocked, and you have to go into your settings to look at the you know, who message you privately or whatever.
Yeah.
And it'll have like a blocked face or whatever. So I had 2 messages, one from one day, one from another day, and they were like, "Hey, I don't know what you." They both said practically the same thing, but one was sexual, the other one was somewhat sexual, but more towards, you know, using.
Right.
And they were basically saying that there was a guy in the group that preys on young male upcoming independent filmmakers and tells them that he'll help them and he'll get them to the top and blah blah blah. But then what he tries to do is, you know, get in their pants basically.
Really?
So yeah, and that he also does it to, you know, young guys like teenagers and you know shit like that. So he's like, you know, they want to become filmmakers and actors or whatever.
Right.
And he manipulates them basically. So basically, the one guy said that he was raped by him, and the other guy was like he tried to, but he caught it in time, you know, and he realized what he was doing.
Yeah.
So they told me the guy's name, and I immediately blocked him from the room. I contacted Facebook. I put an urgent message on it.
Good.
And Facebook said, "Thank you for you know, telling us about this. He will be blocked from Instagram and Facebook for forever." So I was like, yeah, you know, there's too many people like that preying on innocent people that are trying to get somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's been going on since this has been going on since Hollywood began. Like, you know, young girls used to go out there and young boys used to go out there. Like, you know, look at Rock Hudson. Went out there, they were like, "Hey, let me put it in your ass." You know, next thing you know, he's a fucking star.
Yeah.
Man. You know, so
yeah, it's unfortunate.
So that's what happened. So,
that's unfortunate, but you know, props to you for doing what you did and calling that guy out and reporting him. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the negative parts about the social media that's out there, is that you get the assholes, you get the trolls, and then you get the assholes, and then you get the ones that want to take it you know, take it a level further, and those are the ones that, you know, we got to get rid of them, man. So props for you for doing what you did, man. I applaud that. So, but other than that, the group has been pretty positive though overall.
Oh yeah. Always,
a lot of love.
Always, like, you know,
you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of the riffraff. So, you know, that just comes with the territory.
You know, the only thing about by having a group that bugs me out is that before you join, like you said earlier, before you join, like there's only 3 questions to answer to join the group. And then, I mean, actually, I'm sorry, there's only 2 questions to join the group. And then you have to agree to the rules and conditions, which is, there's only 3 rules. No soliciting unless I approve it. No trolling or internet cyber whatever, trolling or whatever. And if you're a member of the group over 2 months, 30 days, within between 30 and 60 days, you must like, share, or post something. Right. You cannot be in the group and just feed off of, you know, take from everybody's post and not post anything and contribute.
Right. Got to contribute.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
makes
just
sense
come
to me.
The group and join just because, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, pretty much from every time I try to visit there, it's all been nothing but positive posts. And the love for the love for indie filmmakers, that whole community is growing and getting bigger. And do you have any advice before we get on more about you and what inspired you? Do you have any advice out there for anyone that just wants to hey, I got no money, but I got a camera?
I would say,
any advice for future indie filmmakers?
You know, there's a lot.
What was that?
Yeah. Okay. So for upcoming independent filmmakers, like, if you really want to do it, don't let nothing stop you. I mean, you can, this day and age, you can grab your cell phone, you can, you know, grab a little cheap, like $120 4K camera and shoot your movie. It doesn't matter if you have a script or you don't have a script. Just do it. Whether it's a short film or you want to go shoot for the moon and do a feature film, you know, do it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it because you don't have the XYZ. You know, if you got drive, determination, dedication, like I always say in my post, then just do it, man. Don't let nobody fucking put you down.
Just
follow your dream and go, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So just get out there and in the words of Robert Rodriguez.
Nice. One of our favorite directors, obviously. Do you know if he's doing Alita Battle Angel 2 or or if he's on to another project. Have you heard anything?
I heard that they were working on doing it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. But I know that right now he's getting ready, and I've been waiting for over a year now to watch. He's getting ready to release Red 11.
Which one? What's that one?
Red 11 is the movie that he shot. Was he shot it last year? I think he shot it last year or the year before last. With a budget of $5,000 budget. No, I'm sorry, with a $7,000 budget.
Okay.
He said that he wanted to pay homage to it was like, I think it was El Mariachi's 30th anniversary or something like that.
What?
So he wanted to do a movie. Yeah. So what he did was he made a movie about his life experience. Like, you know how? Did you read Rebel Without a Crew?
No.
Okay, so you probably know the stories then. Anyway, but okay, so there's when he before, in order for him to do El Mariachi, he joined he was in college. He joined a guinea pig group at a lab to make money. He sold his body to take drugs or whatever to make money for his movie. So he became a guinea pig, taking all these pills and stuff like that at the college that he was a part of. So what he did was he took his life experience from that and made it into a suspense thriller horror called Red 11, where it's about a kid who is in college and needs money to survive, and he donates his body to the lab, and they're paying him for it, but he's having side effects.
Okay.
He didn't drop a trailer for it yet either. I'm fucking dying over there.
I'm already interested. That sounds really interesting. And it's a short.
Yeah,
short film.
It kind of reminds me of like the Faculty type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a young pretty white boy, and then there's a couple young, pretty girls and stuff like that. Like everybody in there is like the early 20s and stuff like that. But it's based on his story. So it's pretty dope.
Okay. And it's a short.
No, it's a feature.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a feature. It's gonna premiere on Tubi TV, I think this month or next month.
Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know about it. Now I know. You know we gotta follow our boy Rodriguez.
Up there, I'll let you know.
Yeah, man. Keep me posted on that one. Did you just, because your audio cut out for 1 second? Did you say The Faculty earlier? Did you say it reminded you of The Faculty?
I said that. Yeah, I said that. That Red 11 has that resemblance to The Faculty. Like it's like young, pretty, teenager looking people. Like that's what he used. It's his story. It's his life experience. But he got all these like up and coming.
I kind of like The Faculty, man. I kind of think it's an underrated movie. What do you think?
I loved it. I mean, when it first came out, I honestly didn't even know it was a fucking movie, because they were like, it was like every time they showed it, it was like a Tommy Hilfiger commercial with them showing like the Hilfiger, they're all wearing Hilfiger clothes and everything. And I'm like, and there's like The Faculty coming soon. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then all of a sudden, like that summer, I think it was that summer. That's when they were like, Robert Rodriguez presents The Faculty, and I'm like, oh shit, it was a movie. You know what I mean? And,
I saw it. I enjoyed it. Me and my buddies. Me and my buddies enjoyed it when we saw it back in theater back in the day. So I think it's underrated. Not that many people really talk about it. I think it's a fun flick, man.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, my only downfall with it is that I wish they would have showed that the chick that was the alien, and then she jumped in the water. I wish they would have showed that. I wish they would have showed all that full frontal back. I wish they would have showed all. I wanted to see that fucking bush, man. I wanted to see that bush back. She had a badass body, and all you could see was a silhouette, man. I wanted to see that pussy hip. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was just a back shot, and that was all we got, right? I think we just saw the back, and that was it.
and then she started walking forward, and it was like a dark silhouette.
Yeah.
And I was just like, And then she jumped into the water and turned into that big ass alien or whatever.
Elijah Wood, go figure.
Yeah, man.
Elijah Wood. He was the lead in that movie, right?
It was kind of like it was Elijah.
He was like the nerd.
Yeah, it was Elijah. Damn, what's his name? He disappeared off the face of the earth. But Josh Hartnett and Usher. It was those three. They were like the big dogs.
Yeah. And I think Famke Jensen, she was one of the teachers.
Yeah, Robert Patrick was the coach.
Selma Hayek was the nurse, and then we had, I think, with Jon Stewart was one of the teachers.
Yeah. It
was a fun cast. It was a fun movie, man. So those of you that are listening and watching right now, we highly recommend you check out The Faculty, directed by Robert Rodriguez. All right, so before we get into other films and good shit, what was one of your inspirations? Or just tell me if there's multiple. Tell me what type of movies inspired you, and what actor and directors inspired you?
Let's see. The movie that inspired me, believe it or not, was Revenge of the Ninja.
Dude, that's a fucking fun movie, man.
Yeah. I was going crazy when I saw Shokazugi, going doing flips and throwing ninja stars and everything. I was like, oh man, I said this. I want to be a ninja. I want to be in the movies and then my uncle introduced me to Chuck Norris, and that the rest was history. He became my idol. I remember doing a binge, because VHS back then was like $1.05 to rent or whatever, and so we went. My uncle put me on Jim Kelly and Chuck Norris, and he was telling me his real name was Carlos, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, oh, he's Latino too, and like he's not Latino. He's actually Irish, and he has Native American blood. But the pastor who baptized him, his name is Carlos, so they call him Carlos Chuck for short. But he's actually the one that motivated me to do it. I was like, I want to be just like him, but I still wanted to be like Shokazuki in Revenge of the Ninja. And every ninja movie that came out after that, I went to the movie theater to see. You know what I'm saying? Pray for Death. I remember going to see Pray for Death, and I fucking lost it.
That's awesome. You're also a fan of you're also a fan of John Carpenter too, right?
It's my idol. He's like one of the reasons why I got into film. Him and Robert Rodriguez and Walter Hill were like basically, and actually and Michael Mann as well. Like those were the ones that really got me into filmmaking. Like I was like, you know what? I was like, because I was tired of getting typecasted. Like, every time I went on auditions, people looked down on you, and like they would put me as a thug, a rapist, a drug dealer, or a cop. And I was just like, damn, like why can't I just be something else? And then and then I did a couple extra roles where like I did War of the Worlds, and I did Law and Order SVU, and I remember going and I never fucking got paid for it.
Oh shit!
They were supposed to send me $100. They never did. I was like, froze my ass for 12 fucking hours for $100, and I never got paid.
Wow.
So I was just like, you know what, man? I'm gonna create my own movies, because a friend of mine, at the time, we're friends. I think we're friends on Facebook. But at the time, he was living in Queens, and he wasn't like where he's at now. But his name is Thomas J. Churchill. They call him like the godfather of horror, independent horror, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was living in Queens, and he actually said to me, he saw something. He said, I see something in you, man. And he said, you got what it takes or whatever. And he said, here. And he gave me 2 books. One was Philosophy and the Art of Screenwriting, and the other one was Rebel Without a Crew. And he said, read that one. That will become your Bible. And I read it. And I don't like reading either, but I read it, and I was just like, yo. I was like, I can't believe this, because I had watched Aaron Mariachi when it came out, and I was like, oh, shit, like, this movie's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's awesome.
That book changed my life.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong with John Carpenter. And, I got excited over here. I was getting ready to slap my leg when you mentioned Walter Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, is he like on the list for one of the most underrated directors?
Yeah, he
ever?
is. He is. I mean, him and John Carpenter, they definitely are. They both are on the list for underrated because, like, if you notice, their movies are like they have a big budget, but they're not like they don't have like the Michael Mann budget. Like Michael Mann will have like 100 million. Like Michael Mann will get like 80 million to 100 million to his movie, and John Carpenter and Walter Hill probably get like 20, 30, maybe 20 or 30 million. You know what I'm saying? To do their movies.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, we got Warriors, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. We got Southern Comfort, a movie not a lot of people know about. 48 Hours. I mean, there's so many just movies that Walter Hill has done. It's been pretty kick-ass, man. And it's just like not that many people talk about Walter Hill. So maybe that'll be another video. Me and you get together. We could talk about Walter Hill films and John Carpenter films. I think that'll be fun. But let's talk about your idol. Let's talk about Chuck motherfucking Norris. All right.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, speaking of, was Chuck Norris your inspiration to take martial arts as well? Who's your inspiration?
Yeah. Actually, he inspired me to go to like do movies and martial arts. But the thing is that like I grew up just like probably you, like every Saturday morning getting up watching the Kung Fu Theater on Channel 5 and whatever not.
Yeah.
So like I always like watching Wat Chung Lee, aka Silver Fox, and Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. I mean, and that was cool. But to see an American guy doing the same thing.
Yeah. He's a bad dude, man.
Like a force of one, and you know what I mean.
How long?
I mean, like it bugged me out, like
Oh, go ahead. My question was, sorry to interrupt you. My question was, how long have you been taking martial arts?
Well, I started when I was 11 in Taekwondo, and I couldn't stand it because it was like 80%. It was like 70% legs,
right,
20% hands, and like 10% throwing. And I was like, oh, I'm not really a kicker. I'm more of a hands guy. So then I moved on to doing ninjutsu. And, but then I was like, I miss it. I saw The Perfect Weapon and I wanted to learn American Kempo, and I was like, oh man! And I couldn't find an American Kempo school whatsoever here in New Jersey. Like American Kempo on the East Coast was like not even like you had to like go to Connecticut to go learn it. You know what I mean? So I found out about the Filipino martial arts, and I started learning something called Pananandara, which is like an Arnis system. And I was like, damn, well, and at the time I didn't really know about Filipino arts, so I didn't realize they teach you backwards. They teach you the weapons first, and then empty hand combat. So I was used to learning empty hand first. So I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
So I jumped around, and I wound up studying Cha 3 Kempo with Grandmaster Ram Malone. But that kind of Central Hawaiian activity Kempo under Adriano and Prado is nowhere near where American Kempo from Ed Parker is. It's not. There's no really fast hands. It's more of a traditional style and everything.
Right. Do you are you a fan of Jeff Speakman?
Oh yeah, man. Like when The Perfect Weapon came out, man, I think everybody and their mama wanted to learn American Kempo. Nobody knew about it, and you got this guy doing with fast hands and shit. And I was just like, God damn, man.
I went to a Bruce Lee convention. I went to a Bruce Lee convention. It was like one of the first ones out here, and it was small, but Gary Daniels was there. There were a lot of people there. Lorenzo Lamas, best of the best guys, Philip Reese, Simon Reeve were there, and Bruce Lee's daughter and his wife was there, and who else was there? Richard Norton, a lot of people there, Cynthia Rothrock and stuff like that. So I got some photos with them, but Jeff Speakman was there, and he actually did a demo on stage, and he was fast, man. And the cool thing was after the panel was done, I met him outside. He actually went outside and was talking with people, and I walked up to him. He was like the nicest dude, man. He was like the nicest, low-key, humble, and he was all like, hey, you're a big guy. You should take Kempo. He's like, he's trying to recruit me, man. He's trying to recruit me. And
Yeah,
that kind of
Kempo
that
2.0.
inspired. I know, right? That inspired that inspired me actually to try out martial arts for a while. So I was working the graveyard shift at Target at the time, but throughout the week, I just found this random dojo up the street, and it was Shorinji Zendo Ryu Karate, and there was a teacher there, and I would take that. I took that for about a year, but throughout the year, they had classes here and there for Muay Thai, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu. And I was really enjoying jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, but then life happens, and I had to move, out to out to Riverside, and life happens, and I kind of stopped taking martial arts. So I miss it. I do miss it though, but it's cool though. I just want to tell you the little Jeff Speakman story since I met the guy. But yeah, really nice dude. Did you know? I'm pretty sure you did, that Jeff Speakman originally was supposed to be the star of Speed.
Bro, I was about to say that same thing to you. I was like, do you know that he was supposed to be in Speed and that's what screwed him over? I know the whole story.
Dude, did he have something else to do? Or what happened again?
No,
Remind me, it's been so long.
Well, basically what happened was he did the perfect weapon, but it bombed. It bombed in the theaters.
Of course.
It had a $10 million. It had like a $10 million or $15 million, but no, hold on. I think it was it had, Above the Law had a $20 million. I think they had like 17 million, but it only made like I think 9 or 10 in the theaters.
I'm not surprised.
So so that and Paramount at the time they just focused on drama, comedy, horror. They didn't never did an action film. Right. So this was practically the very first action film, except for 48 Hours, which is an action comedy. Right. And this is the first martial arts film, I should say, that they were gonna put their develop in it because they really liked Jeff and when he had the show, and they said, let's see what happens. If the movie does good, whatever, we'll do this. We'll have another movie for you. It's called Speed. And the president of Paramount at the time said, okay, let's see what happens or whatever. But Jeff, the movie bombed and Ed Parker died, and Jeff went into a downward spiral because he was devastated from the passing of Ed Parker. And then on top of that, he found out he had the thyroid cancer.
Oh shit.
And
okay.
Yeah, and it hit him hard. He gained weight and everything, and he had to work. He had to work out double. He had to work out double to keep the weight down. And he came back a year later, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." The president had quit and went to work for Disney, and the new president was like, "Oh, I sold the script to 20th Century Fox," and he was like, "Well, that was my film." And he was like, well, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. So Mark L. Lester, was it Mark L. Lester or Mark DeSalle? I forgot which one, called Jeff up and said, listen, I got a movie at Canon Films called Street Night. Got a small budget, but I think it'll be perfect for you. I mean, don't worry about what Paramount's doing. Forget them, whatever not. Come here. They had they had a $10 million budget for Street Night, and they had 27 days to shoot. They had to give half the money, half the budget had to go to the gangs of East LA so they could shoot in the streets.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, and half the people that were in the film, most of the people that were in the film were not martial artists. So he had to do choreography on the spot. So the movie, you already know, the movie went to the movie theater for 1 week, bombed, and after that, everything went straight to video.
Right. Which a lot of martial arts, actors of the '90s, that's how they survived. They got a lot of work under their belt, and some of those movies, even though they're straight to video, some of those movies are pretty good.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. I feel like Hollywood at the time. Hollywood just was like, we got Steven Seagal, we got Jean-Claude Van Damme, we got now we got Wesley Snipes. You know what I mean? They're like, there's too. I guess they felt like there was too many action stars on the rise.
Which is ridiculous.
They said, they wanted to, have a quarter, and that's it. Yeah, it's crazy.
That don't make any
now
sense.
They're turning. Yeah, now there's no action stars. They're turning like teen heartthrobs and fucking shit like that into fucking action stars, and females are into action stars now. It's like I don't mind having female action stars, but like it's getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, not to sound like I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for, Preston?
Sexist?
I don't want to sound like a bigot towards women.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just think that like there's too many movies coming out that's like mad all women kicking ass. It's like, yo, how many women can kick ass like that? Like, let's leave me with Jennifer Garner and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's one of those things. It's not. No, I understand. It's not like you're against female martial artists because some, there's some out there that are badass, right? But it's more of the casting because of the gender is the problem. Instead of finding someone who's actually, an actual talent, and the character that's written for them, you know what I mean? Like Lady Fat Blood talks about it all the time. Like, don't just cast a female because, let's cast a female if the script is really good for her and she's good for that part and then overall makes a good movie. That is totally different than, okay, let's just change genders like Ghostbusters 2016. Let's just, you know what I mean? Like, let's, you see what I'm saying? Like in Lady Fat Blood, she's a female, but she's like, the perfect example is Sigourney Weaver from Aliens, Sarah Connor from Terminator. Perfect examples. Mm-hmm. Nobody gave a fuck that they were women.
Exactly.
And both characters were badasses. They both had amazing character development, and you jumped on board and you understand, the plot that they had to go through. That you understood them and you got on board with their characters, and that's why they're both iconic still this day. But nobody stopped around and said, these movies are made for women. Terminator 2 is made for women. This is a win for women. Nobody said that, but they were just like, dude, fucking Ripley and Sarah Connor are the fucking shit. I love those characters. They're amazing, right? I think that's really, we want to see more of that, and less of, well, let's make Batman female.
Gender swapping. Yeah,
for no reason.
The gender swapping is driving me insane, man. Like, what I mean? Like it's like, like everything has to be equality. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, but it wasn't always like that. Like you had like one or two, like you said, Ripley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like now it's like, okay, if it's not Scarlett Johansson doing an action film, it's Charlize Theron doing an action film. Right. You know what I mean?
A lot of that has to do. No, I got you. I totally got you. But a lot of that has to do with marketability too.
Yeah,
You have these really legit badass female stunt women or martial artists that are working their asses off on the smaller films, but they don't have a certain look, or it's an unfortunate. We want to see the smaller people, get a shot.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why we root for the little guy.
To see Amy Johnston. You know what I'm saying? Amy Johnston is beautiful. Amy Johnston is gorgeous. She can move and everything, but yet you put her straight to video.
Yeah, dude, I agree. She's
another one. Heidi Moneymaker. Fucking phenomenal martial artist. Great looking. Yeah. She does stunts. You should put her in a lead role. Let her shine.
Yeah. Yeah, Amy Johnston, a lot of people kind of call her they said that she has the potential to be the new Cynthia Rothrock in terms of her making a whole bunch of movies and being successful for the martial arts genre kind of thing. But I don't think she's only made a few films, but she's starred in others, right? She's starred in more. She's only co-starred. She's co-starred.
Yeah, she co-starred in more. Yeah, like she only Lady Blood Fight, which I fucking hate.
I still haven't seen it. Is it? Should I still see it?
Bro, all it is is a rip off of Bloodsport. It's just like, you know, oh hey, it's basically Bloodsport for women. That's basically what it is.
Was the fight good? Were the fights good at least? But I liked her role in Accident Man.
Yes, she was good in Accident Man. I loved her in Raze or Raise.
That's on Netflix, I think. Is Zoe Bell in that?
Zoe Bell is the lead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it's still in my queue. I just haven't watched it yet, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh man,
I know, damn it! All right, so before we get on, I'm gonna watch it. Before we move on to Chuckity Chuck, because I want to hear your thoughts on some of his movies and what you think about them. I saw your post the other day on the greatest ninja movie of all time. Ninja, the Immovable Heart, 5 stars, 10 out of 10. It's the greatest ninja film of all time. Do you agree with this?
The fuck out of here. That shit was that was fucking bootylicious, man. That fucking movie. I don't understand how I lasted an hour and 45 fucking minutes watching this shit. I really don't. I should have fucking cut my wrist. No wonder why I threw up afterwards. I wonder. It was bad. It was.
Oh, you got me crying, bro. You got me crying. Oh,
it's bad. Like Danny Glover, I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck they got you. You know they had a budget because they had Danny Glover in the fucking movie, but the shit was shot in Australia. The shit was it's an Australian movie, but it seems like they got Danny Glover and the other chick that's talking to Danny Glover, like in L.A. and they probably like flew somebody out to L.A. or they had somebody in L.A. film the fucking Danny Glover sitting in like on a chair in like a warehouse looking thing, and just have him film his scenes or whatever, and then send it back to Australia, and just like cut it in.
They probably told Danny Glover, look, all you have to do is sit down, say these lines. You don't even have to get up, and we'll pay you. And Danny's like, sure, why not? But
I'm serious, man. The movie was,
dude.
The fight scenes were fucking atrocious.
Dude, some of the worst fight scenes I've ever seen. Like,
you saw this movie?
Oh, I reviewed it.
Oh God, man!
For comedic,
the guy's running around with a Shorin Ryu fucking symbol on his chest, and he's a ninja. What the fuck is that?
For comedic purposes, I'll shoot you my review later. I'll shoot it to you on Facebook Messenger. But yeah, on the movie Dojo, I reviewed that like way back in the day, and I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you'll crack up over my reactions to the movie.
Oh my
but
God.
Yeah. I just, dude, like, it leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
Dude, bro, the fucking movie goes from it jumps so fucking much. It goes present day, 10 years ago, present day, 2 years ago, present day, 15 years ago, present day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And then the old man is like pointing at people like this, and he's putting them to sleep. It's like, and they're like, I'm like, the fuck is this shit? And then I'm watching it. I'm like, now I know why. He's fucking part of BungieCon. And I'm like, God.
Shit. Oh.
Listen, BungieCon needs to stay out of things. BungieCon needs to stay the fuck out of things. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm a ninja, but I am not anywhere near part of BungieCon. Like I said in my post. Two totally different families, 2 different types of techniques. You know, oh God, like,
dude,
and like, BungieCon, man.
Yeah, it's the first 5 to 8 minutes, I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? And I was just like, okay, fuck it. At least, hopefully, it has one of the worst plots ever, storylines ever. Editing was terrible. Everything was horrible. Everything. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those movies where I was like, okay, let me try my best to be patient. Let me at least see if the fight scenes are solid, right? Oh my God. It's like, how is this guy a real martial artist? Like, how?
Bro, like he like even when he was fighting with the weapons, it was like ha, huh, yeah, oh, and they're all waiting with the sword in there, and I'm like, and then like the guy comes out with a sword and he tries to do like a wrist lock, and you could tell like he misses wrist and he grabs his like forearm and he throws him. I'm like, oh God. And this guy is supposed to be a 50-degree black belt. And then I'm like, I go and I do my research on him, and I'm like, oh man. I was like, you know what? Here's the thing, man. Like, I got nothing against, Bungie Khan or whatever, like I said, but like when you're fucking 30 years old and they make you a 12th-degree black belt. First of all, there's no such thing as a 12th-degree black belt. That's just fucking ridiculous. All right? You're fucking telling me you're a 12th-degree black belt and you're like 30 years old, but yet you can't even fight. All you're doing is you know how to throw ninja stars and that's it?
That's it.
Fuck out of here, man. Like,
his favorite video game was Shinobi, and that was it. That's all you need. Just play Shinobi. Video games, you're good.
Shinobi.
Anyway, I had
but that's fucking crazy.
I had to see your reaction
Shinobi,
and talk about it just a brief.
Yeah,
we don't want to talk about it too much because we'll lose our fucking mind.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna go over here to IMDb. We're gonna go down the Chuckathon here just a little bit.
Yes.
All right. So we have. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. All righty. There we go. So I have not seen the Wrecking Crew. I think he was like a small role in that. But Way of the Dragon, when he played Colt,
yeah.
that's the big debut right there in Way of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a classic. That's just a classic martial arts film. Now here's the trippy thing. I don't know if your experience was different from mine. My experience watching this for the first time was kind of mind blowing because I was more familiar with Bruce Lee's films, and I watched, I was watching his movies. And then when I got to, before I got to Way of the Dragon, then I discovered Chuck Norris's movies. And I didn't know they did a movie together. So I started to watch Chuck Norris's movies, and then I got around to watching Way of the Dragon. This is way back in the day when I was a little samurai. And I was like, holy shit! Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris about to throw down, and wait, they made a movie together? Holy shit. So that was like early, Expendables, bootleg, Marvel shared universe moment, crossover greatness there. And it's one of the best. That fight still holds up today, man. Let's see.
Yeah, it does. It's one of the best fight scenes ever.
Let's see here. 1972.
Mm-hmm.
Still holds up. Now, I haven't seen Slaughter in San Francisco. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, he plays a bad guy.
Is that a rare movie?
It was like.
Is that hard to find?
Like, it was one of those movies like, he just got off of doing, Way of the Dragon or whatever, and like people weren't like taking him really serious still. So they had this Korean guy. I think it was a Korean guy, or a Chinese guy, one or the other. They were trying to make him a star or whatever. So they made Chuck like the bad guy or whatever, and he wasn't, fighting the dude through whatever. But then after Slaughter in San Francisco, I believe it was Breaker.
Right, and that got him noticed a little bit more.
Yeah, it was like Breaker, and then Good Guys Wear Black.
That was a lot better one, I believe. Good Guys. That was the one where he jump kicked through the car windshield,
Good Guys
right?
Wear Black. People still, yeah, exactly. Get out my head, man. That's exactly. People to this day still do it. Like if you watch, there's like maybe like 4 Chuck Norris movies where he does the same thing, where he does a jumping sidekick through the fucking window, and you see the guy's head coming off and shit. I'm like, oh man. Yeah,
that one definitely got him. That got him noticed. Now, A Force of One, was that kind of like kickboxing type movie, right? Like there was a kickboxing.
Yeah, that was that. He was that because at the time, because a lot of people don't know that Joe Louis and Chuck Norris started they actually started MMA before the UFC ever came around. You know, they were doing like sport. They were doing like sport karate, but you can do grappling and joint locking and throwing in the ring as well. Right. So that's where he was trying to promote that back then, which was I think that came out in '79, if I'm not mistaken. And
which one? A Force of One?
You know, and then after that, like,
yeah, '79. Now this one, the Octagon. Now, this is a pretty fucking badass movie. You got Chuck Norris versus ninjas. Do you need anything else? Yep.
You got Lee Van Cleef in it too.
Yes, dude. I've become more of a fan of Lee Van Cleef over the years. Like I like him because there's always like Clint Eastwood in terms of westerns. Mm-hmm. You know, Clint Eastwood, and then you got Lee Van Cleef, right? He's slowly rising for me, man, because I'm discovering so many other Italian westerns he's made. Dude, that guy's fucking great, man. The Sabata movie,
dude. He's from New Jersey too. That's what I love. He's from New Jersey as well. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, he's from Summer. I think he was from Somerset, New Jersey.
The Octagon. Now, help me out here. That came out in.
That should be
1980.
81, 82?
Yeah, 1980, The Octagon. So help me out here.
Okay, so that was after Force of One.
Right. Help me out here. Am I wrong, but correct me. I might be wrong on this. Is The Octagon the very first mainstream ninja movie? Because I think Enter the Ninja came out after that.
Yeah, Enter the Ninja came out 81, 82 with Franco Nero, and then it was Revenge of the Ninja. But I believe you're right. I believe that this was actually the first ever mainstream ninja movie.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the ninja movies in Japan. We're not talking about that or foreign countries. We're just talking about
we're talking about America. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Octagon. I mean, there may have been a ninja that appeared in one of the older James Bond movies, but I'm talking about ninja movie.
Yeah, no, it was.
So
this was definitely the first one.
Yeah, that's huge plots. Not huge plots. Huge props is what I meant to say. I heard a rumor that originally Chuck was supposed to be the American Ninja, but he had to film something else, and they got Michael Dudikoff. Did you know about that? That was a rumor.
No,
I don't know if that's
what happened was that he was supposed to do. Yeah, no, he was supposed to do American Ninja, but they told him that he had to wear the ninja mask, and he said that he didn't want his face covered.
Oh,
he didn't want to have his face covered. That's why. Why you think in the Octagon he didn't have his face covered in the Octagon?
That's true. He's the star. That's what he wants. What are you going to do, right? All right. An eye for now. Did you know? Did you know that the Red Ninja in the Octagon is actually Richard Norton? Yes, I did know that. I know Richard had that small part. I'm not surprised, but then he was inside the ninja outfit. I met him too. That guy's a great guy. Very underrated martial artist. That guy.
Yeah, he's I haven't met him, but like I've seen, like, my friend met him and took pictures with him, and it's like he has he's got a lot of plastic surgery done. Like, he's afraid of getting old. You know what I mean? Yeah, he does look he looks different, but he's one of the badasses right there. Now, I have not seen Eye for an Eye or the hero and the terror. What? I know, but I just bought them on Blu-ray and they're on their way. Come on, man. Oh my God. Come on. You know how many movies I've seen? It's going to take me forever to catch up. All right. An Eye for an Eye. That's like one of the iconic films. That's one of the Chuck Norris films that I always wanted to remake. You know what I mean? That. No, I may have seen parts of it on TV back in the day, but I'm talking about a full, like, unedited, from beginning to end experience. I have not done yet, but it's on its way. Damn it! Oh man, it's crazy. Like, now, is Eye for an Eye the one where he had the military friend? No, that's Force Vengeance.
Okay. All right. So
An
I
Eye
did
for an
see.
Eye was with Mako and Christopher Lee and Professor Tanaka.
Okay. Yeah, Force Vengeance. I haven't seen that in years, but I remember I used to watch it on TV a lot. Force Vengeance, one of Lady Fat-Blood's favorites. She used to watch that all the time. All right.
Yeah.
So Silent Rage, we got cult classic right here.
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones I want to remake too. I mean, I've been talking about it with a fellow filmmaker friend, Isaiah Kantz, for years. I was like, he's like, Frank, you got to remake Silent Rage. You got to remake Silent Rage.
You should definitely do it, man. You should definitely do it. I mean, that's like I'll never forget when I first saw Silent Rage. I was like, oh, it's a Chuck Norris movie, right? And then I was watching on TV, and that whole beginning where that guy just goes straight psycho with the axe and starts killing everybody. The cop shows up. He's like superhuman. He's fucking the cops up. I'm like, dude, did I click on the wrong movie? Like, and then shit, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is a horror movie. And then holy shit, Chuck Norris gets out the truck. I'm like, holy shit, it's a Chuck Norris movie. I mean, it's a cult classic, man. I've always enjoyed Silent Rage.
Yeah, you got titties. You got some titties in there too.
Always a bonus.
Chuck getting it in. Yeah, of course. But I mean, you can't go wrong. They were supposed to always make a part 2 to it, but they never did. You know what I mean? Like some asshole made a movie in the late 90s, early 2000s called Silent Rage, which was basically he tried to do a remake of it, but it was fucking garbage. It was atrocious.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it changed the story of it. It was basically superhuman stuff, but it was like it was stupid. It was garbage. I was like, oh. But they just left that movie open. Like when he jumped out of the water at the end, I never forget that shit. I pissed my pants. I was like, oh shit. And that music was fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
And the movie almost feels like, it's Chuck Norris in a way versus Myers or Voorhees.
Like Michael Myers without a fucking mask. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Silent Rage, man. That's a movie to remake, but they got to do it right. So maybe you're the one. You never know. So Force Vengeance, one of the greatest and kick-ass opening credits.
Yeah, on the in front of the Chinese red letters on the stairs,
dude, with that fake music. I love how the credits were perfectly timed when Chuck Norris did his kick, and then all of a sudden because he's fighting the dude, the guy gets gets one on him, he falls down. And then the guy jumps and he kicks him in the air, and then it goes Chuck Norris, like perfectly timed with his kick. Good. Why is that not on Blu-ray? Why is
I didn't know.
There is no Force Vengeance
I had
Blu-ray.
on VHS and shit.
I checked all regions. Like maybe there was one at least in Germany or something. There's no Blu-ray for Force Vengeance. It doesn't make any sense. All right, we got.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. Get some water real quick.
Oh yeah. Go and get your water, man. I'll keep going down the list.
I already got it.
Nice. All right, here we go. Lone Wolf McQuade.
Hey, you can't forget Invasion USA, man. Come on now.
Oh, we were not there yet. We're gonna get there. Next up in 1983, Lone Wolf McQuade.
Lone Wolf McQuade.
What do you think of that one?
That's one that I always. Let me tell you my lineup. That's like the first Chuck Norris movie I ever wanted to make, and I was like, yo, if I remake this, I swear to God, this would be my lineup. It would be me. It would be Jessica Alba. It would be Taye Diggs, and it would be Ryan Felipe. And Chuck Norris will have the cameo as the old man.
Gotta have cameo. Gotta have cameo for Chuck.
You know
but yeah, Lone Wolf McQuade, straight up modern day Western, man.
Oh, fucking epic, man! Another fucking one of the greatest battles on film as well.
Him versus Carradine, man. But that whole end finale, the action, explosions, the gunplay, and them with that epic spaghetti western style of theme music playing when it comes down the Chuck and Carradine, man. It's good shit, man.
Yeah.
Good shit. Next up, we got.
Do you know the backdrop on that or no?
No. Fill me in.
The backdrop is that while they were filming, that fucking Chuck he told Carradine twice. He said, "Listen," he said, "stop hitting me for real, because if you hit me one more time for real, I'm gonna fuck you up for real."
Oh shit.
Yeah, because like they were doing it. If you watch the movie again, right?
Yeah.
There's a scene where Carradine, I think he kicks Chuck or whatever, and then knocks him to the floor or whatever, and Chuck gets up and he starts wailing like haymakers at him and hit him, and then he pushes him, and like he pushes him, and you see him like point at him real quick, and like you could tell like whoever cut it didn't cut it real tight, so you can see that Chuck was pissed off that he got hit for real. So yeah,
I gotta go back and watch the fight now.
Yeah, like
Carradine know better.
It's like right in the towards the middle of the fight where he tells him get up, and then he gets up and he's like boom, he hits him twice. He hits him with two like haymakers, and then he he pushes him, and he like when he pushes him, he mushes him and like he points real quick, like he's like like that, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, you know who would have won that one?
Carradine wasn't a fucking. I mean, Barbara Hershey, who was with him at the time, said that David Carradine, studied, would always train and shit like that. But he wasn't really a martial artist. Like he did like Tai Chi and shit like that. But like
it was probably an ego thing. He just wanted to test Chuck, and I'm sure Chuck let him know, hey, you need to chill. I'm sure he chilled too.
Hey, he did. He definitely did, because and fucking, I mean, fucking movie's epic, man. You're gonna make me watch it tonight. I got it on my computer still.
All right, we got the next two, Missing in Action 2, The Beginning. What's your take on those?
Loved them. I think I like part 1, but I think part 2 where he fights Ho Sung Lee or whatever his name is.
Good fight.
He was like, that was another epic fight. He was like, he told me, he said, you thought I was gonna leave without saying goodbye or something like that, and then he knew he was there and shit. He was like,
and it's a long fight too. You get your money's worth.
Yeah.
That one's kick ass, man.
I'm trying to remember if that was the one or if part 1 was the one where they put the bag on his head and he ate the fuck. And when they took the bag off,
that's the second one.
Shit. That was the second one, right?
Yeah, because it was like the prequel. But yeah, man, good stuff. Now here's a big one. A lot of people. Now I want to know your take on it. A lot of fans consider this either Chuck Norris's best overall movie, action, martial arts, plot, and fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
His best, or at least the top 3. What do you think? Code of Silence.
Okay, and I was actually I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, damn, which we call, because like that's like the reason why Code of Silence gets so much recognition. First of all, it was directed by Andrew Davis, and if you watch Code of Silence, above the fucking law is Code of Silence. They just changed everything around, and Henry Silva is in both fucking movies. But the reason why Code of Silence gets so much recognition is because it was like Chuck Norris's like serious role. You know what I mean? It was like the plot was hard. The plot was perfect. The story. The story behind everything was different from what was out there. The bar fight scene was fucking great. I mean the 2 fights. There was only 2 fight scenes in the movie, I believe, and the alleyway fight and then the bar fight, and they were great. And if you watch Above the Law, there's an alleyway fight and there's a fucking bar fight.
Wow.
So
it's been years since I've seen Above the Law. I didn't know they were that similar.
Yeah, same music too, same score, same music, same scenery, everything.
What? I did not know that.
But yet Steven Seagal didn't like Chuck Norris movies. It's funny.
Well, it's Seagal. Steven Seagal will Steven Seagal. But anyway, though, is that on your top 5, or you have your own top 5?
I would say
it's your
my
list.
Top 5. Yeah, my top 5 would be, of course, Lone Wolf McQuade.
Right.
And then it would be Lone Wolf McQuade. Then it would be An Eye for an Eye. Then it would be Invasion USA. Then it would be I'm gonna go with the movie that didn't get recognition, but I think it definitely needs a lot more recognition. But The Hitman, and my last and final one would have to be I would have to go with Force Vengeance.
All classics. And you got right here, dude, check it out. Look at how much he was on fire. Look at this. Mission in Action 2, Code of Silence, and Invasion USA came out the same year.
Yeah, imagine that shit. He was doing a Scott Adkins, and before Scott Adkins was ever done.
Wow, that is crazy. I'm just looking at this right now. But dude, Invasion USA is just so much fun, man. You know it's funny.
It's time to die.
You know what's funny about Invasion USA? Fans of Die Hard, and I'm a fan of Die Hard. Of course, you know, us guys, we're like, fuck this, you know, Christmas Story and all this other Christmas bullshit. We're gonna claim Die Hard, damn it, as a Christmas movie. We're gonna label it so we can watch Die Hard.
You have to
during the holidays. But what's funny is that now, and I'm one of them, right? I love Die Hard, but now some people are choosing Invasion USA.
Yeah, because you know what? Because a lot of people didn't realize.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't realize that shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what? Fuck that! I gotta take it back. Take the Hitman off my list. Take the Hitman off my list. It's underrated, but Delta Force 2, Operation Stranglehold. No, that's it.
And it'll change tomorrow. I know it's hard. It's hard when you're a fan. It's hard.
I couldn't forget Operation. Come on, always the hard way. But you can't.
But it's fun.
The fight scenes in Operation Stranglehold, ridiculous.
It's funny. Do you know another independent filmmaker by the name of Len Kobasinski? Do you know who that is?
I think we're friends, and somebody wanted me to do a movie with him, and he lives by me. He lives in Pennsylvania. He's from Pennsylvania, and
he finally, I think it's Challenge of the Masters or something. He finally made
Challenge of the Gauntlet or something like that.
Yeah, the Gauntlet. Yeah, I'm sorry, Challenge of the Masters. That's a Shaw Brothers movie. Challenge of the 5 Gauntlets or something like that.
I haven't seen it, but
he finally has made his martial arts film, because usually he just does kind of exploitation horror. You know, he's kind of done those type of genres, but he'll have martial arts in them. Very cool, very down-to-earth guy. Me and him have spoken several times. I've been meaning to watch his martial arts film, but you know, it's micro budget. But fans like it though. They said they don't really care about the low budget. It's a fun movie. But he picked Invasion USA. He was one of them. He's like, I'll pick Invasion USA over Die Hard for a Christmas movie any day. I was like, wow, that's a fan.
Yeah, I wish we call, like, for me, like, cause even Die Hard 2 came out in Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, man. Like, so for me, it's like what do you watch? Like, what do you watch? Like,
You
there's a couple
you can
movies
choose
that came
Die
out.
Hard too.
You can't Lethal Weapon as well. Fuck, you can't fucking Lethal Weapon came out. So there's so many ones to choose, but it's just like,
people forget about Lethal Weapon.
Another great fight scene.
Oh yeah. Here we have the huge crowd pleaser right here. We have the Delta Force. I rewatched that last year, and it's such a fun crowd pleasing movie, man. Stunts, explosions. You got Chuck teaming up with Lee Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Delta Force. You got a fun, memorable theme song that as soon as you hear it, you can't get it out of your head. All right. I actually remember the Chuck Norris Karate Commandos cartoon.
I used to watch that every morning before school.
I remember that. I may have had a Chuck action figure and the ninja, with the purple ninja who was called the Ninja on the show, which is hilarious. I may back when I was little, man. I may have had that one. But then we have
I had the Chuck Norris one. I had the Chuck Norris toy, and I think I had I think it was Bill Wallace, or was it I don't remember who it was.
Superfoot?
Yeah, because on his team, remember on his team of the Karate Commandos, I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't know if it was Bob Wall or if it was Superfoot. But it was one of them, and I had Chuck and I had that, and they had the thing that they put the suit on them, or you could take the suit off of them or whatever. And
yeah.
I was just like, damn. But I lost. I wish I would have had. I do have the Steven Seagal toy though, which goes for like $200. But
Steven Seagal had a toy.
Yeah. Fucking one of my good friends and producer and actor Brian C. King, he knew that I was looking for the Above the Law toy, and I couldn't find it. And when I did find it, they wanted like $90 to $150 for.
I didn't even know there was a toy for Above the Law. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll show it to you right now. Hold on. I'll show it to you right now.
Exclusive right here on Purple Nectar Podcast. Exclusive.
Yeah, man. And I still got it in the UPS thing, man. There you go. I was like, I couldn't believe it, man. Can you see that?
Oh shit! I remember that now. It's been so long, dude. Don't take that out of the package. That's going to be worth more money, I guarantee it. Dude, oh my God, that was like way back in the day.
Yeah.
And wasn't there a Rambo one too? Like in that same toy line, there was like a Rambo one.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
How fun
That's
is
crazy.
that?
Yeah. I was just one of the best gifts I ever got. I was like, damn, because my friend, because they call me. I don't know if you know this, but on the internet, at Facebook, the internet, there's a lot of people that call me the low budget Steven Seagal, because I'm always breaking people's arms and necks and fucking killing people different, in every one of my movies, I kill somebody different, and they're like, and I always have the Schwarzenegger punchline after everything and shit like that. So
it's fun.
They're like, so so he bought me that, and he was like, hey, this is for you, and I was like, you didn't have to do this, man. And I know he spent like $200 on it, $150 at the time. So
wow,
I mean, that's really
that's going to be worth even more money. So that's pretty cool, man. One of the best underrated action movie death lines ever, quotes ever. Steven Seagal from Hard to Kill, when he breaks the pool cue, stabs that motherfucker in the neck, and then goes, "Fuck you and die."
Yep. He said, that's for my wife. Fuck you and die. And then I was.
That's like one of the greatest death lines ever that nobody talks about. I want a T-shirt. Fuck you and die T-shirt.
Fuck you and die T-shirt.
What did you think of Mission in Action 3?
Braddock was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was fucked up. When Ike Leong shot his wife in the fucking head after not seeing her for 20 years. He just
that was crazy.
Her. Yeah. Yeah, and then they were gonna rape then they were like raping the little kids and shit like that. It was you know, fucked up, man.
He fucked everybody up though in the end, which was great. So,
oh, yeah.
but
fucking his son is helping him hold the gun up to shoot down the helicopter and shit. He's like, "Come on, Dad!" He's like, "Aim the gun." I'm like, "Oh man."
I think my favorite though in that movie was he had the bayonet on the gun, and he stabbed the guy who was trying to rape the girl. He stabbed the guy in the dick, twisted it. Then he shot him. He blew him out of the hut they were in. He
like out the window,
and then blew up.
Yep.
It was like a
the little girl. If I'm not mistaken, that was the little girl. Wasn't that the little girl who was walking on a bridge at the end, smiling?
I think so. Yeah, she made it. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like through the whole movie she's all sad, and then she's walking over the bridge, and she's like starts to look around and look up, and she starts smiling and shit like that.
But yeah, that was a great Chuck death there. So was Hero in the Terror a little similar to Silent Rage? I don't remember it that well.
You know what's funny? They tried to fucking to try to say that it was Silent Rage Part 2. I'm like, dude, it's two different looking guys. Man.
Yeah,
it's totally different. But I mean, it's not. Hero in the Terror is not. It's more of an action thriller. It's not like horror or whatever. But rest in peace, Steve James, who was in the film as well.
We love that. We love that guy, man. We just talked about him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but, another underrated guy. Like, never got to show his shit. But Hero in the Terror, basically, it's similar to Silent Rage, but the thing is like the guy would like only went after women, and he would like rape them and fucking break their necks and rape them and shit like that, and store the body.
And he was just a really big, strong dude. Like he didn't have like powers or nothing, right?
He was just a really big, strong dude that was like kind of like handicapped. Like he was like a little slow in the head.
Okay. Yeah. Was that it? I don't remember it, man. Was that any good? Did you lose me there?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that because I don't remember the movie I don't remember the movie that well. Was that any good, or is that worth watching, or no?
No, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the watch. I mean, there's like I said, there's not a lot of fighting in there. It's more of it's kind of like Code of Silence. It's more of let him show his range. You know what I mean? Like, like he doesn't want to be just the guy who kicks ass all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
I skipped over. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay. And, I skipped over Firewalker by accident, but me and Lady Fat Blood, we enjoyed it, man. We thought it was fun. Chuck was, bringing out the comedic chops. Him and Lou Gossett Jr. had really good chemistry. It's an Indiana Jones adventure type movie. I mean, it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie. It deserved a sequel. I really think it deserved a sequel, but I guess it just did not do well. So they said, okay, let's just move on. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie.
Don't forget the great enemy, Billy Bear.
Man.
What's his name? Oh my God.
I know you're talking
Sonny
about.
Lanham. Sonny Lanham.
Predator.
Yeah, Sonny Lanham.
That's what you call from Predator, right?
Yeah, that's his name, Sonny Lanham.
Yeah, he's always great.
Yeah, he was actually he played Billy Bear in 48 Hours.
Yeah, he's always in. I heard he was actually like legit tough guy, like behind the scenes. Like he was nice, he was easy to work with, but just don't fuck with him. Apparently, he was just like he could handle himself.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got your favorite hill, Delta Force 2 and the Hitman. What did you love about the Hitman?
It was different, man. It was like, when you watched it, you thought that, you figured You did? Did you watch? Did you see it?
Dude, it's been years. I saw it on TV once when I was really young.
Okay.
But I need to rewatch it though.
It's hard to find. It's hard to find, man. I mean, you could rent it online for like $2.
Yeah.
But it was fun because it's like you don't get to see Chuck as a bad guy that much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's not just a bad guy. He's a bad guy with a good heart. You know what I'm saying?
Badass with a heart of gold.
And then he wants revenge. Yeah, and he wants revenge too. So it's like, okay, cool, and it all works out. So I'm just like, oh man, like when that ending when fucking when he put the dude in the chair, hung him out the window, and blew his ass up into pieces, sitting in the chair. That shit was epic. And
that's not on Blu-ray either, huh?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't even say shit because I don't own a Blu-ray, man. I got two DVD players here, and I don't even own a Bluray.
Hey, I'm still buying DVDs, so don't feel bad. Hey, all right, we're getting into guilty.
Might as well buy them now.
I know. We're getting into guilty pleasure territory here. I actually did see in theater Sidekicks and Top Dog.
I'm guilty. Me too.
But it was it was a fun outing because my mother really wanted to see. She likes Chuck Norris. She really wanted to see. She wanted to go out to a movie, so we went to go see Top Dog, and she enjoyed it. But Sidekicks, I went with my dad, and it's cheesy. It's cheesy, but the finale is a blast. Joe Piscopo versus Chuck Norris is still hilarious. Yeah. It's still funny because he beats the shit out of him.
He's a prick, man. I met when I was working in the airport. He's such a fucking prick, man.
Really?
He came up as a nice guy, Joe Piscopo.
Yeah, really.
Oh my God, yeah.
What happened?
You know what's funny? He lived down a block from me too. When I lived in Newark, New Jersey, he lived down the fucking block from me.
Well, what did he do? You said he was a prick. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I let him. I had to go to the gate and bring him in, and because he wanted to buy at the time it was called the Palm Trio 650, which was like before we have what we have now. It was like a kind of like a tablet and a cell phone or whatever.
Okay.
And we had it for like $500 or whatever, which was the cheapest at the time. And I brought him in. He tells me, "Oh, hey," and I'm talking to him about Sidekicks or whatever. And he came off nice or whatever. And then when I tell him it's $500, he's like, "Oh man, that's kind of expensive. You can't give me a discount. You know who I am." And I'm like, "Damn, okay." And then he starts getting pissed off or whatever. And he's like, so I had to give him a 10% discount or whatever. Because then he started saying, "Oh man, we grew. I used to live down the street from you on 12th Street, and you can't do this for me." And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, like you got so much fucking money.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You're over here complaining about fucking $30. You know what I mean?
You know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? He hurting.
Yeah, he penny pinching, fucking guy. So I gave it to him anyway, and then he goes, here's my business card. We're gonna be doing a mafia show, in the old area, on the old block or whatever. So give me a call. I call him. He answers the phone, and he's like, "Hello." I'm like, "Hey, Joe, how you doing? It's Franklin Correa." He's like, "Who?" I was like, "Franklin Correa." He goes, "Don't you ever fucking call my phone again." And he hangs up the phone. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
What?
And I then like he just came out of nowhere. He just fucking snapped on me, like. And then somebody told me that he's not all up there and shit like that. So I was just like, you know what?
That's possible.
It makes sense.
That's possible. Well, that sucks. You had to experience that asshole isms there. Man. But maybe some personal things he's going through. I don't know. Who knows? Well, anyway, he was not the reason. What is it? Is it Dead Heat? What's the name of that movie?
Oh yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. He was not the reason Dead Heat was awesome.
No. Fucking Treat Williams, was doing his thing at the time. So
that's another very underrated movie.
Well, Dead Heat, right?
Yeah, very underrated movie. That's a fun.
A lot of people haven't heard of it, man. A lot of people are like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is Dead Heat?" I'm like, "No, go watch it. Watch it. It's crazy."
See,
it's like
man,
Tango. It's like Tango.
Me and you gonna do more videos, man. We gotta let the world know.
Yeah. Dead Heat is like the Tango and Cash. Yeah, Tango and Dead Heat is like Tango and Cash with zombies, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't think we need to go any further. I think we've covered the classics here. And it is always awesome talking to a fellow Chucker, a fellow Chuck fan.
Yep, yeah.
And before we wrap it up, let's see here. Before we wrap it up, what's the next project you're working on right now? Just let us know what you're working on.
Well, actually, my right now, and we're in post-production for my my latest film, Extraction Point, which is a sci-fi action film. And then as of I say like in July, probably about the end of July, we're gonna start shooting my very first. I'm doing a remake, which I don't approve of remakes unless there's probable cause, basically. So
yeah,
when I shot my first feature film back in 2005, 2006, it was we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We were hitting each other for real. We didn't know how to fucking edit. We didn't know anything. So I said, you know what? It's been 14 years or whatever. So I'm remaking my first film, which is called The Prey, and it's basically I made the movie based off of Avenging Force with Michael Dudikoff.
Nice, another classic.
Which actually was Invasion USA 2, Part 2, but Chuck Norris couldn't do it, so they gave it to Michael Dudikoff.
Why would they? But what Invasion USA? Like why? What? Avenging Force just fits the movie a little bit better.
Yeah, if you watch Avenging Force, just listen. Matt Hunter was in Invasion USA, CIA operative Matt Hunter.
Okay.
Avenging Force, Matt Hunter, CIA operative.
Oh.
Chuck couldn't do it because he was doing Code of Silence at the time, I believe. So they said, hey, yes. So they said, hey, you know what? American Ninja did pretty fucking good. So Chuck didn't want to do that. So let's give, he can't do Avenging Force. So Invasion USA Part 2, Avenging Force. Let's just call it Avenging Force and give it to Michael Dudikoff and keep everything the same. Yeah. And the rest was history.
Yeah, a lot of people think that that's Dudikoff's best acting in Avenging Force, his best acting performance.
Yeah, you know what? I would say that one. I would say that one, and I would say he did a movie called Platoon Leader. And it's not a martial arts movie; it's a Vietnam movie. But I think he did a really good job in there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
He, that was it. But like I think after Avenging Force, after American Ninja 2 came out, that was it. Like everything he did went straight to video. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until he got the TV show Cobra or whatever.
Yeah. How was that show? Have you seen it?
Oh, it was great. I loved it. I used to watch it religiously, but then it only had one season. So
you can actually buy it, I think, on Amazon Prime. I mean, on Amazon.
Yeah,
you can actually buy it.
I think it's 12 episodes. 9 episodes? It's 12.
Yeah. I'm actually tempted just to have it just for fun. But I actually met the director of Avenging Force.
Oh, yeah?
Really nice guy, man. I got my picture with him. And my brain is failing me because I'm old. I'm trying to figure out his name. What was his name? Damn it. I know I'm fired. Hold on. I'm going to look it up right now before we end it. Yeah, very nice guy, man. Hold on.
Well, that's the reason why I made The Prey. Did you ever see the movie Ravenous or no?
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
Okay, so basically, my movie The Prey is basically Avenging Force and Ravenous mixed together.
What?
Yeah,
dude,
it's basically
that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah,
Sam
it's basically
Furstenberg.
Yes, yeah. Fucking guy, man.
Yeah, great guy, man. Sam Furstenberg. He's great. But dude, Ravenous and Surviving the Game.
Force. Yes,
dude,
all together.
That's fucking cool, man. That's pretty dope. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, all right, man. This was fun, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, man. And I look forward to doing a lot more videos with you because we're on the same wavelength. You're in my head. I'm in your head. We like the same type of movies, so we'll be talking for hours. So, yeah, we'll do more in the future.
Man, shit.
Yeah, man. I'll hit you up, and you'll hit me up if there's something you want to talk about, and we'll get it going, man. Get it cracking because we love the genres. Yeah. We love sci-fi, horror, martial arts.
Exactly.
We love movies, man, and this is why we do what we do. So keep doing your thing, brother. And those of you that are watching and listening to us right now.
You keep doing your thing.
Oh, well, I will. When I can, when I'm not working. But all right, man, before we end this, really quick, really quick, I got you something, brother. I got you a gift.
Oh, shit.
I got you this Delta Force VHS looking case box thing we got going here with a Delta Force t-shirt inside, and it says sleep tight sucker on the t-shirt. Yep. So this is for you, brother. Just kind of send me your information. I'll send it to you, but I got this for you.
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Man.
I really appreciate
you can wear the shirt,
or
you can just leave it in the VHS box because it's fun to look at. So,
hey, I'll actually wear the shirt.
Hey, there you go. That's for you, my brother. Enjoy.
On the next podcast, on the next interview, I'll wear it.
All right, cool. So enjoy this, brother. Just send me your information when you can, and I'll send this to you.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, those of you that are watching and listening, don't forget you can follow us and listening to the podcast on FM Anchor and Spotify if you guys are on the road. And you can also find I can do this, our podcast on YouTube as well. So I'd like to thank all you badasses for watching. Make sure you check out Frankie's work. You should be able to find him on Facebook. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Perfect.